Right, good morning guys. I'd like to do a bit of a review this morning. I've never done a review before, so we'll just have to see how it goes, shan't we? Right, this morning I'm using a new green screen, which obviously cuts out the background and overlays me onto the screen. Hopefully looking a bit more professional and obviously cutting out all my crappy background and all my stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Right, obviously this morning I want to take a quick look at Call of Duty World War 2. It's the latest Call of Duty in the obviously Call of Duty series. I've been here since day one. I've played Call of Duty right the way through from the original, right the way through to modern day. Obviously some of my personal favourites out of the collection are things like Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Absolutely superb game. Even by today's standards, the original still stands up to like all the other Call of Duties, and to be honest, I just think it's the best and most realistic. Obviously on Steam there is an alternate version of this Modern Warfare. It's called Modern Warfare Remastered. Obviously with the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, it's been done in pretty new graphics, and they've tried to keep some of the original bugs and glitches. They've done quite a good job of it. Does feel a little bit slower. It doesn't feel quite so fast and fluid as the original Cod 4. That could be because we used to play with crazy field of vision likes, so it could be anything. It could be down to mods, you know. They're obviously the original Cod 4 still has such a good support. And there's still a lot of mods and game modes and stuff done for it. Right, anyway, back to this morning, like I say, World War 2. I purchased this sort of on release. I did say I wasn't going to buy another Call of Duty game after Infinite Warfare. Played Infinite Warfare for the grand total of about 9 hours, and I thought, you know what, this has just become a joke. Obviously then I moved back over to Battlefield and was playing Battlefield a little bit more. But I thought, with what I'd seen of this, you know, I'll give it a go. Right, one of the first main differences, obviously, with this game is the fact that you've got something called your headquarters now. Obviously, with this headquarters mode, you've got various things that you can do, like you can obviously go in and you can pick up contracts. So obviously use your armory credits to obviously buy contracts, and with the contracts you get things like that one, for example. You know, you get 5 headshots in any game mode. You get that, you open the contract, you obviously get reward 1500 XP. Obviously you get a lot of them that you get rewards and like rare supply drops, things like that, you know. So it's a different concept, it's something new. Obviously you can go into your collections for your guns and so forth, and you can obviously buy all your different things like your paint jobs and bits and bobs, you know, and pick it all up. So if you want to buy it alternatively, you can, rather than earning it. You know, it's possible, which is quite good. I think we may have been able to buy obviously the gun upgrades and stuff and the paint jobs and stuff before, but obviously this time it's just got a different concept. It's a new menu system. Like, I mean, it's an interactive menu system. You can actually walk around it. You know, it feels different and it works. Right, over here we've got the Division Prestige. Obviously I'll get to this in a moment, but with the divisions, you've got a lot of divisions, and obviously with the divisions you get different things. So it's like, rather than just having your perks like you have done before, and you can bolt 2 or 3 perks to your class, and then obviously you just play and so on, you know, it's quite linear. Obviously with this it works slightly different. A lot of your things have been rolled into your perks now. So obviously if you choose a class, you've got the things already attached to that perk, but I'll go a little bit more into that in a little while. Obviously here you've got your division prestige, so obviously all your different divisions you've got, you can obviously rank them up. Once you've ranked them up to level 5, you can then come in and prestige. Once you've prestiged, obviously it goes back to 0. You lose all your things you've earned for that division, but obviously they're easy enough to earn back. You know, 10 hours you've sort of got like you're back to where you were, you know, level 5. So it's quite good. It's different. It's very different. Right, round here you've obviously got the firing range. Now this is the oh no, that's the this one's the score streaks one. Right, I'll do this one first then. The score streaks one, you basically go over here and you can test out all your score streaks. So you can test out like your bombing run, you can test out all your things and see how they perform, and it helps you use, obviously once you've seen it and you've used it, obviously you can see how it responds, so you can then decide whether you want to use it yourself. So obviously it makes life a little bit easier for choosing your score streaks, rather than sort of applying your score streak and then having to wait to get the score streak before you can see what it's like. So yeah, it's a good inkling of that. Obviously you've got your theatre for all your emblems and your collectibles and your other bits and pieces that you unlock throughout the game, which is pretty good. this is the theatre. No, that one's the theatre. Right, where is the shooting range? Now, I know there is a shooting range here. Can't seem to find it at the minute. I think it might be up the top, actually, on the right. Right, there we go. Look, this is it, I think. No, it might not be. Okay, I've lost the firing range. Ah, there's the firing range. I couldn't find it. Right, this is actually quite useful because all the targets are set up, for example, as if you're playing a softcore game. So when you're over here and you're actually stood at the range, you know, depending on how many rounds you fire into it, is how many rounds obviously it would take to take the person down in softcore mode. So it's quite useful. It's really, really good, to be honest. Like I say, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots. 1, 2, 3. Oh, somebody else is shooting these targets now. Right. Notice challenges you to a shootout. Do you want to accept? No, I don't want to accept. It's the problem with being online mode. So yeah, like I say, it's like 1, 2. Oh, 1. Oh, they're only taking 1. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it takes 6 bullets with this gun. So obviously with this gun it'll take 6 bullets to put somebody down with chest shots in softcore. Obviously different weapons vary. It's the first time that I've actually noticed that Call of Duty has really made the effort to make the difference. So if you're using a different gun that's slightly more powerful, or a rifle that's a bit more powerful, you know, using a bolt action, it'll take 2 shots. If you're using something like there's the oh, I forget the name of it now. There's one that I use. It's an assault rifle type thing. Obviously, if you're using that, it takes 4 shots. Obviously, it's more steady shots. So yeah, they've really gone to town on it this time. You've obviously got your mail here. So obviously, if you hold E, you can pick up your supply drops if you've got any available to you. If you hold F, you can obviously go in and you can collect your payroll. So it's like now I'm obviously only worth 100 credits, but you know, so you collect your payroll, come back out, you go back in, and then obviously you can collect your next payroll in 3 hours 59 minutes. So every 4 hours you can collect a payroll of what you're worth. I think it actually is only 100 regardless. I don't think that actually increases. But yeah, so no, like I say, this headquarters thing is quite a different. It's quite a different way of doing it. It's a lot more interactive, and yeah, I think it's really good and it works. I'd certainly like to see this again in the Call of Duty games. I think it's really good. Right, if we go back out, we'll just go over onto the soldiers part of it now. Now, obviously, the soldier is obviously you. Like I explained to you earlier, you've actually got different divisions. Now, you've got all these different divisions. You've got, as I say, you've got all these different divisions. And obviously, if you look at the bottom, obviously you've got your infantry, which has obviously your rifle bayonet. Obviously, as you level it up, you unlock more of these. So this is what I meant to you. It's like it's more like your perks. You've actually got your perks added into your divisions, which is kind of good. It works. It's very different. It means you tend to play classes. So like if you're a sniper, it's no good playing as an infantry, because if you play as an infantry, obviously you can move faster, you've got extra magazines, you've got additional primary attachment, you've got a rifle bayonet. But obviously for a sniper, you obviously want something that, well, like this one, you see, this is a sniper class. So obviously you've got your mountain, which is sniper, sharpshooter, always invisible to enemy recon aircraft, hidden to player controlled streaks, and silent movement. So obviously that would be your sniper class. Obviously, if you rank this up and you go through the ranks on this, obviously once you get through them, obviously level 1 you get that, level 2 you get that, level 3 you get that, and then level 4 you get that. And obviously level 5 you've then got the option to go into the headquarters and do your division prestige, which is actually just for that class, so it's just for that division. Which, like I say, it works well. It's different. I've had a couple of friends that have had a look at this and says, oh yeah, it's quite a bit more complicated than normal. Well, yeah, it is a bit more complicated, but it's a little more in depth. It gives you a little bit more fun. Obviously before, when we used to prestige, it was just simply prestige. That was it. Once you prestige, you're done, sort of thing. You were on the next level, everything got wiped, you start again. Like I say, with division prestige, it's a bit more to work to. It's something else to do, and it's a bit more fun. So I'm all up for this. I think it's brilliant. Right, if we go out a bit, we'll go and have a look at some of the weapons that are available. Obviously, you've got your rifles, you've got the M1941, you've got the M1 Grand, you've got the STG-44. Now, that's the gun that I was on about earlier, that was 4 shots to kill. Brilliant rifle, love it, absolutely brilliant. I'm quite good with that one, I quite enjoy that. You've obviously got the M1A1 carbine. You've got the FG42, which obviously I've not unlocked yet because I've not reached that level. You've got the bar, and you've got the SVT40. So you've got quite a few selection of rifles. It's quite good. This bottom rifle, as you may notice, it says available after Infantry Prestige 1. Now each class has got, each weapon class has got a weapon at the bottom that is unlockable via Prestige. So this is something that makes you want to Prestige just so you open the last weapon, because obviously there's a lot of people out there that it's like me. I want all the weapons. I'm going to do it. I'm going to Prestige every class. So obviously it's something else to work to and something else to do. Obviously under the submachine guns we've got the grease gun, we've got the PPSH-41, we've got the Type 100. Absolute cracking gun that Type 100 is. It's absolutely brilliant if you sort of stick rapid fire on it, so on and so forth. It's brilliant, really enjoy it. You got the Waffle 28, you got the M1928, you obviously got the MP40. The MP40 is sort of a fast firing weapon submachine gun at the time sort of thing, so it is quite a good weapon. The damage isn't particularly great, but obviously it is quite a fast firing weapon, so if you like running around and sort of hip firing and just sort of like spray and pray, then obviously it's a weapon for you. Obviously if you look on the light machine guns, you've got the light machine guns, you've got the Lewis, you've got the MG15, you've got the Bren, you've got the MG42, which again is by doing the armoured prestige. So like I say, for every class you've got a weapon to unlock. You've obviously got your sniper rifles, you've got the carabin, you've got the Lee Enfield, you've got the M1903, you've got the Car 98. Right, now this M1903, I'm going to rage about this gun because it really annoys me. If you're playing softcore mode and you're using the M1903, it seems to be a one-hit kill. Even if you hit me in the finger, I die. It's slightly annoying. A lot of people are using it with the scope on it, the 4x scope on it. So obviously they can use it pretty much how you used to use the old R700 in Cod 4. Obviously you've got a lot of the quick scopers out there, so they'll sort of stand at one side of the map. You're trying to sort of move up to get behind them, and by the time you get halfway up, you've already been shot to shit because obviously they're using that sniper rifle. So yeah, a bit of a rage with that one, but you know, it may change. It may go to 2 shots for 2 body shots to kill and 1 headshot to kill, you know, but at the moment it's, you can hit me in my little finger and, you know, you hit me in the end of the finger and I'm dead. So for now it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Right, under the shotgun class, you've actually got the combat shotgun. You've got the M30 Luftwaffe drilling. Absolutely fantastic gun that is. Love running around with a double barrel shotgun. I mean, back since the days of the original Doom, when you used to have the double barrel shotgun and you used to run around with the double barrel shotguns have always been my thing. I love shotguns. Don't quite work so well with a Call of Duty game unless you like camping in buildings and sort of just set up a corner, but you know, they're pretty good. It's good fun. Plus you can get explosive rounds as part of your perk. So like I say, if you do your division and you rank up your division, obviously you get the option to put explosive rounds in it, which is different. You just press the same. You press your weapon key, like for example 2, which is your shotgun. You press it again, and it'll pop the shells out, and it'll put explosive shells in there. Which, like I said, they're quite fun. It's different. It's not normal for a Call of Duty game, so we enjoy it. You got the toggle action, and you've also got the sawn-off shotgun, which again is by getting into prestige mode for that class. I've still not got that. I am looking forward to get this shotgun. I do want to get this shotgun, and I do want to give the sawn-off shotgun a try. Yeah, so that's pretty much the weapons that are available. Obviously, you've got your oh, where are we? Right, let's select that. Right, you've got the obviously you've got the attachments that you can add. I mean, most of them are pretty much the same, you know. Some of them have got more, some have got less, some have got different things, you know. But they still got the weapon attachments. But obviously, you can obviously add your weapon attachments. Right here, your basic training. This is basically like your perks used to work. Whereas before you used to select 2 perks and then press, you used to add something to get an extra perk, so you could carry an extra perk, so you could be perked out. This is where it makes you recite more to your classes. Which, like I say, is a very good idea. It makes you pick your class carefully and makes you level up to how you want to play and what you want to do. But under here, obviously, you can go in here and you can pick like your different classes, your different perks. So obviously with this one, like obviously score streaks do not reset on death, but cost more and can only be earned once. And obviously as you go through, there's quite a few of these. I mean, there's 21 to choose from. I've not even unlocked half of them yet. And like that one, look, sprint again sooner and no damage from falling. So there is quite a few of these you can choose, but like I say, you're restricted to one, which is not necessarily a bad thing. You know, I mean, before you used to equip dead silence, extra equipment, so you got more tactical equipment, so you could have like more C4 or more whatever. You know, you sort of worked to what you wanted to do before, but whereas now you've got to sort of use your class. So it makes for a more interesting game, makes for a little bit more complex, makes things a little more interesting. To be honest, I think this is quite a good way of doing it. Right, if we back right out now, let's go and have a quick look. Obviously, your orders that you've got on the go. Obviously, all your orders are displayed, and obviously tells you your how far you are through it. You've obviously got daily orders and weekly orders and monthly orders and so on and so forth. And like I say, for doing these and completing these, you get care packages and things. I mean, look, rare supply drop for that one. For that one's a rare supply drop. 25% bonus XP for 20 minutes. Nobody's going to sniff at XP. You know, we all like XP. We all like to rank up quicker. So yeah, you can get some useful stuff from that. And like I say, you can pick these up from your contracts in your HQ. So yeah, it's pretty good, to be honest. I'm really enjoying the game. Right, let's go and have a quick look at a game, shall we? Obviously, you can't do a review without having a quick look in the game. So we'll just go and do a quick death match, and you can see how bad I am at COD now. No, I'm not too bad. I can stand my ground. I do enjoy it. But like I say, I've been playing COD since day one. So you know, as I'm getting older, I do find that my reactions are getting a bit slower. I'm not quite as quick as I used to be. And obviously, because I am streaming, I mean, I know I've got an i7-7700K, but they're not the greatest chips for streaming, to be honest. I wish I'd gone for a Ryzen, because obviously the more processing cores would have made this a little more seamless. I mean, I get quite a heavy hit on my frame rate because I'm streaming. Right, let's go in and have a look, shall we? Right, let's have a look what we got. Right, like I say, the STG44 is one of my personal favourites. Not particularly great with it, but you know, we'll have a look. This is just basic gameplay, multiplayer softcore. Alright, let's see how many times I can die, shall we? There you go. Told you. Don't take long. They swarm you. It's absolutely brilliant. They swarm you. Oh, that's twice in about 5 seconds. Oh dear. Like I say, my frame rates, even though it's saying that, you know, I've got a 120 Hz monitor, but obviously while I'm streaming it, it feels more like 60 Hz, so it does slow things down a little bit. Hey, I got a kill. Had a kill and then died. And as per usual, COD rage in the chat. There's always people that seem to rage and moan and whinge and shout and scream, but I suppose it wouldn't be Call of Duty without that. Oh, look at that, crept up on me. Oh dear. Alright, let's put a bit more concentration in. Oh. Ah, it's been a bad morning this morning, can you tell?
Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
Not a good day for COD. You watch me run up here now and they'll run out on me. No, apparently not.
Enemy care packages.
Gotcha.
Deny them their resupply.
Oh, sat on the bloody gun in the window.
Fighter strike inbound. Find cover.
Typical, there's always one. Yeah, kill streaks can get a little bit annoying. Nowhere near as bad as obviously they were in sort of like Modern Warfare 3, so on and so forth. You know, it was constant air superiority, and it kind of ruined the game. We lost quite a lot of players through that. I mean, I used to play in I played in several clans. I've lost some of the good players that I used to play with. Like I say, we all preferred the classics, and they started to get a bit stupid. But obviously, the air support isn't too bad in this. Oh, how did he get me from up there? Right, let's try a different way. We'll try going through the middle. See what we can get going this way. They seem to be aware that we're all going that way. Lie down on the floor, let health regenerate a little bit. Oh, sat on that bloody gun. They're slightly annoying with this. Don't like artillery guns that are just kind of sat in little huts. They kind of get a little bit annoying. Oh, double teamed. They do seem to go down a little bit. It's a bit harder to get people to go down in this. I mean, obviously, if you they take quite a lot more bullets before they actually die. Yeah, it's kind of good, but it's kind of not at the same time. Right, I'm going up through the left now. I'm going to go around the left and try and flank them. Try and see if we can get behind them. But overall, the graphics of the game are absolutely stunning. You know, I mean, it's not Battlefield 1, but the graphics are still damn good. You know, it runs on quite a few machines quite well. You don't necessarily need overkill hardware. It's quite CPU intensive. I did notice that whilst I've been monitoring things. It is quite a CPU intensive game. Hang on, let's have a look around here then, because we've got behind them now. Let's see if we can flank them. One. Oh, they know I'm here, look. They know I'm here. Should have reloaded, I should have carried on. But yeah, it is quite a CPU intensive game, but as far as graphics card wise, you know, I would expect this to sort of run on sort of 960s and things like that. You know, it's not going to be particularly overkill hardware. Which for Call of Duty is quite good. I mean, I'd got a 680 before I got what I've got now. And I did find myself buying Black Ops 3 and being forced to upgrade. I had no choice. The 680 just hadn't got enough bollocks to sort of push the game. But it's, you know, we've made adjustments to this. It just seems to run on lesser hardware. Oh, for goodness sake, kill streaks. Look, I'm doing appalling. 7:15. Honestly, I don't normally play this bad. I think it's because I'm trying to rabbit at the same time as obviously play. I'm not a woman. I can't do two things at once. The zombies mode on this as well. They've got quite a good zombies mode. Oh, blasted flamethrower! They've got quite a good zombies mode on this. If you do enjoy zombies and you have enjoyed playing all the other zombie games and all the other Call of Duties, you certainly will enjoy this. It's got a bit of a stories mode to start with. Hey, oh, I got him. Yeah, it's got a bit of a story mode to start with, so obviously you get to do various different things and yeah, it's good. Oh, that's something else that I actually quite like about this. As you probably noticed there, that wasn't the last kill of the game. Normally on Call of Duty, the final kill is normally the one that's done in the, obviously the big up at the end. Now it's not, it was the best kill streak. So obviously if you go in and you get a quad kill or a 5 kill or a triple kill and nobody else has got better, you are the one that will get the final kill cam. And it shows off your obviously your kill streak. So yeah, as I say, hey, look, care package. So we've got a supply drop now. I can show you this now. I've actually got a supply drop. I can show you the opening of a supply drop. You can either do it through here by pressing E, and obviously if you press E, it brings up the same menu that it does in headquarters. So obviously you click on your supply drop, you open your supply drop, and obviously you get your reward of whatever's in there. So yeah, overall, what do I think today? Oh, legendary, look at that. What do I think to this game? Like I say, I think it's very, very good. I think it has sort of fit somewhere between COD 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I wouldn't necessarily say it's anything like World at War. I mean, I've got quite a few friends that still play World at War. I wouldn't say it fits with World at War. I would say it fits more like COD 4. Overall, very good game. Very impressed with it so far. I'd recommend it to anyone. I do think it's good, and I do think it is a good addition to the COD series. Like I say, I thought Infinite Warfare, the last one, had got a little bit stupid. Call of Duty Ghost, that was another one that I thought was absolutely complete and utter toss. But this one, no, I think it's really good. Right, just before I go, I'd like to say a little shout out to a few of my friends. I've got Div, got Woody, got Tricky, Strange, Venom, Mongoose, and oi oi Savaloy! Can't miss Savaloy. Yeah, I've enjoyed doing this review, and like I say, it's been my first one, so let me know what you think. I may do some more reviews on games. I'm not normally just confident enough to sit and talk at the camera. Normally when I'm sat obviously playing games and I'm talking to friends via chat means, you know, I'm quite happy to record that and quite happy to rabbit there, but yeah, this is the first time I've ever done this, so let me know what you think. Anyway guys, have fun and keep on playing. Catch you soon.